Hello, and thank you for joining Chit Chat with Char. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with the 2022 Board of Southwest Dallas County, of Women's Council of Realtors, Southwest Dallas County. So I would like to introduce Ms. Title Tina, who is the Events Director for Women's Council of Realtors, Southwest Dallas County. Tina, come on in. Good
Hey, how
morning.
are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for joining. We're so excited to have you, and I know that you are multitasking this morning. So tell us a little bit about your why you've joined Women's Council of Realtors, and what our members and strategic partners can expect from the event side.
Okay. First of all, I do apologize because I am having a little bit of technical difficulties, it looks like, because I'm actually in my car, so I'm having a hard time actually hearing you a little bit.
Okay.
Because my phone has not stopped ringing since I got in this car, but that's typical for my day. But my why for joining Women's Council was because I absolutely love what the organization stood for. There were a couple of women that I view in the industry as leaders, and they were a part of Women's Council, and I look at them as mentors. And when I actually learned more about the organization and what it stood for, which was empowering women business owners and the sisterhood and just the empowerment and everything that it embodied, I just said, hey, I have to be a part of that organization. And I don't mind saying the names, women like Kendra Norwood,
Right.
Tasha Pinson, and Nancy Garcia. I absolutely adore those ladies. And Andrea Allen. And when
Yes.
I came and just saw what it was all about, the energy that was there, the sisterhood, everything that it represented, girl, it embodied me. It was everything that I think that that and when you came to me and said, hey, would you like to be the events director? I was like, what? Let's see. Sisterhood. I get to plan great events, party, and hang out with my sister Charmaine. Oh, I'm so there. I'm
Yeah.
so there. So this year it's going to be phenomenal, going into next year, should say, because our team, the group that you have assembled this year, oh my, epic, totally epic. Every meeting that we have had, the energy, the just the ideas, I'm just excited.
Yeah.
So every month, the education, um, just the overall look and feel of what is going to be going forward in 2022. You know what? If they're not a part of this women's council, because this women's council is like no other women's council that they've seen, I can promise them that. Trust me.
I, I'm so excited, and I thank you for accepting the challenge to be a part of it. It's a lot of work, but it's so rewarding. At the
It
end of the
is.
day, we'll be able to look back on all the things that we've accomplished and that we've put into place, and really just, high five each other and say, look, you guys, look at what we were able to accomplish together. And that's the main word, is together, because no organization, business, anything could do anything with one person. It takes a team of people who are moving in the same direction. And
That, and
I,
that's the beautiful thing.
I
You got
feel
some
blessed.
number one draft picks. Let's just put it like that.
Absolutely. 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 I feel really blessed and honored that everyone that I basically went to and asked, they were just very, it was like I didn't even need to ask. It was like, what do you mean? Just sign me up. And you were one of them. And I really do appreciate you for making that easy for me. And I prayed about the team that we would have. And that was one of the things that I really wanted to make sure, is that we had a team that could collaborate together, that we can make things happen. And then the one thing that's just so amazing to me is every single woman that we have on our leadership team is awesome and dynamic in their own right. So
Exactly.
sometimes when a group of women come together, it's hard to do the things that we set out to do because there's always a hint of jealousy or insecurity. But
We
I
don't
can
have that.
truly say that we don't
Have
have
you
that.
noticed that?
I
And you
love
know
it.
what I love? It's almost, it's just like your whole your tagline where you say connect, collaborate, and cultivate. That's exactly what this whole women's council, we embody all three of it. It's like everybody's in their lane and we do all three of those things. There's no stepping on toes. Everything just flows. And you know what? That speaks to, that's a testament to you. And that shows true leadership, and that's what Women's Council is about. And I'm excited about being under your leadership because I know that I'm going to learn. And that's what Women's Council is all about. And that's what it was supposed to be about
Right.
from the beginning. And that's why I joined initially. And I'm so excited about going into this new year under your leadership, under your guidance, and to be, in the same room and in this on the same team with people like Capri, Trevillian, and Taniqua, and some of the other ladies. I'm over the moon
Yes.
because I just know we're going to just do some phenomenal things,
Yes.
and I'm
Yes.
going to learn from everybody
Absolutely.
because
Because
they
we
all
all have
possess so many different skill sets.
and different perspectives. I mean, I
Yes.
think that when we have a different perspective, we can bring a different dynamic to any table or any room. And having that collaboration, I think, is what's going to set Southwest Dallas County apart from any of the other networks
Oh,
in the
yes.
industry. So I'm really excited
I
about
am too. And
that.
I'm looking forward to us collaborating with the other networks because
Exactly.
we've got some
Exactly.
exciting things planned to collaborate with the other chapters here in the Metroplex. So
Yes.
y'all know me. Y'all know I'm
Yes.
going to show up and show out.
Yes, and some of the other networks, I know in the Collin County network, we have Erica Alvarez, who's the president
Yes.
of that for 2022. So she is amazing and dynamic. And over in Ellis County, we have Dora Trulio, and she is amazing
Yes.
as well. So, I mean, everywhere you look, you just have these great leaders popping up everywhere. So, Tina, I appreciate you for jumping on this morning and making the introduction. I am so excited about 2022. And I just look forward to working with you, to connecting, collaborating, and cultivating.
That's
Feel
it.
free to hang out for as long as you possibly can before you have to go to your next meeting. And if not, I'll check you out later
Oh,
in the
girl,
day.
I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna be driving, but I'm gonna hang out with my sisters. Y'all are my sisters. These are my sisters that
Absolutely.
are gonna be here. So I gotta support. So I'm gonna be
Absolutely.
driving. I'm gonna be on mute and on not on camera, but no, I'm here supporting you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye.
Bye. So before we go to the next guest, I want to introduce and acknowledge Capri Trevillian. She is our membership director. She is absent today, but I do want to acknowledge her and just let her know that she's in our thoughts and prayers. Also, just want to just share how excited we are about her and her position within the organization and what she's going to be able to bring to the organization. I had her as a guest early on in the year, so go and check that out to learn a little bit more about Miss Capri Trevillian. So next up, we have Miss Tynequa Miller, who is the 2022 president-elect. Tynequa, come on down. Hi, good morning. You're driving too, huh?
Yes, girl. Good morning.
Good
Is everything
morning.
working well? Because it kept like freezing on me.
Yeah, it's working well. I can hear you fine on my
Okay.
end. Yeah. So
Okay, good.
I appreciate you for jumping on this morning. I know we all have lots of things that we are responsible for and that we have to do. And I just appreciate you for taking the time out to join us this morning. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Share with us your why. Why did you join Women's Council? You were already a part of Women's Council when I got there. So
Mm.
share a little bit about your experiences, your why, and whatever else you'd like to share.
Okay, will do. All right, everyone. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Okay,
morning.
so my why is that I really didn't know anything about Women's Council Realtors, to be honest. Actually, the current president of our network, Missy Starling,
Mrs.
is the
Starlings. Mhm.
one that told me about Women's Council, and she was trying to convince me to join it for like 2 months before I actually joined it. And I was like, no, my life is busy. I'm not taking on anything else. And she was like, no, I'm telling you, it's going to be really great. It's going to be great for your business. It's a sisterhood. It's a group of women and stuff. And we're all in the real estate field. It gives you a chance to network. She would have sent all these amazing things. So I said, okay, let me check into it. So I went ahead and I joined it. When I joined it, it was like right in the middle of COVID. We know we had the COVID shutdown last year. So they wasn't having like any physical events, but they
Mhm.
were having like online events. And I remember her asking me if I could be a part of the planning the project team for the state leadership orientation for
Mhm.
2021 state leadership orientation. So I said, here you go. You trying to add me to another team? Like I'm not trying to do. And she's like, I'm telling you, it's gonna be great. It's not gonna be that much, you working behind the scenes and they're gonna be okay with with you having a full-time job and all of that. So I said, okay. She said everything is just gonna pretty much be online. So I said,
Mhm.
okay. So with that team, it was actually something because there was the first time that the state had to actually host a conference online. And
Right.
so the team that I was on was the social media team. And it was about, the Zoom. So it was like God because I already knew about Zoom because I use Zoom, for my regular job, and then I also use Zoom for my business. So I was very familiar with Zoom.
Mhm.
So in that area, they didn't know anything about Zoom. So we was actually working together. It was me and Missy and like two other ladies that's from different other, networks in the Women's Council. And just seeing how everybody came together in planning, how they was able to, include me and work with me in regards to my work schedule and just being supportive from other areas. Did I exit out?
Yeah,
Am I
we
still
can
here?
still hear you. Just keep talking. We can still hear you.
Okay. So just seeing all of that, it allowed me to just see just how beneficial it was. And then in the midst of it as well, I actually got a client from a referral from me being because I never like really utilized their referral network
Mhm.
that's a part of the Women's Council. And I actually had a client that had reached out to me, and he was like he had got a referral for me from a network that was like in San Antonio. So that
Okay.
was something good as well. So I was like, oh, okay, this like is pretty good. And then like, from there, I was asked to be the secretary. I
Mhm.
went against it again. And like there's too much. Yeah, you're doing too much. And everyone's like, no, you're doing, I believe that you'll do well. I got support from the state president and the state president elect at the time. And I was like, I don't know, because I'm working. So they was like, no, you'll be able to do it. It's not gonna be that hard. So I was just I'm excited about me doing that. I was able to meet, you in the midst of it. And you have been such a wonderful, supportive sister to me
Yes.
and confident as well. So that has been amazing. And also Tina as well. I actually met Tina before I joined the Women's Council, and I
Mhm.
and I met her because she was referred to me by Missy in
Mhm.
regards to a an event that I had online. It was a first homebuyer seminar event that I hosted online for the first time right before COVID, not even knowing that COVID was going to do a shutdown like the following week. But I was able, that was my first time like hosting something like that online. So Tina agreed to join it, and that was amazing as well. But
Nice.
Yeah, so that was literally my why, and it has blessed, this council has blessed me tremendously in my business. It has blessed me in regards to just the networking, and then also the resources, and just learning how to better grow my business and just be a better me individually as well. So
Right.
I'm really grateful for that, and just the exposure,
Right.
of networking, not only just here in the local chapter, but getting the network to people that's throughout our state as well as throughout the nation. So I
Absolutely.
have really enjoyed that opportunity.
That's awesome. Ty, you are awesome within your own right. We appreciate everything that you bring to us, your organization, the way that you pray for us, you intercede for us. We love that, and we love you for that. So looking
I
forward
love y'all too.
again, we're looking forward again to 2022 and all that it has to offer. So hang around for just a little bit longer. I'm going to introduce the other ladies, and then we'll all come together and just talk about, the one words that I assigned you guys. So,
Okay.
Miss, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Miss Tara Denning. She is our first vice president, and we're so excited to have you.
Thank you. Good
Hi,
morning. Good
good
morning.
morning. Good
Good morning.
morning. So tell us about your why and why you have joined Women's Council of Realtors.
So I really appreciate the fact that, the mission for Women's Council of Realtor is to advance women as business leaders, or as leaders, sorry, not only in the business community, but also in the community in general.
Right.
I myself have worked with the community since, I was 18, starting as a employee at a recreation center at the city of Mesquite, and then I worked as a teacher for 8 years. So I've always had a passion for the community, especially the youth. And being a part of Women's Council of Realtors is going to allow me to utilize my skills and my passion for the community with the backing of a strong network of women and the resources that, we all have.
Exactly. We've talked about some great things that we want to implement within the community
Yes.
through this organization for 2022. Would you care to elaborate on some of the things that we have talked about and that we plan for 2022?
Well, I guess we're still kind of in the beginning stages of mapping out what the next year looks like. It would be my goal to kind of stay in line with general causes that are, occurring. For example, in May, I have a passion for mental health awareness. I've had
Yes.
several family members and friends, especially men, who have been affected by mental health. I think there's a negative stigma surrounding that. So I am hoping that during that month, we can really take the time out to highlight mental health awareness and
Yes.
give people some skills and some resources to cope with the crisis that they might be having, or, to maybe prevent things from going wrong. So yeah, just kind of staying in tune with other things that are happening in general in society and the world, and building our community endeavors around that.
I love it. I am so excited to have you be a part of us. I mean, you just bring a natural flair and
Thank you.
excitement. And I'm just excited to have you. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for agreeing to be a part of Women's Council of Realtors. And
Yes,
thank you for,
ma'am.
accepting the challenge to serve with us, hand in hand as we take on, 2022.
Yes, I am very grateful for the opportunity. Um, I'm grateful that Taniqua, asked me to be a part of the network. I think I'm going to learn a lot from all of the women that are part of the board, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing my part and seeing where I fit in and where I can uphold the values of the organization, and be a team player with everything that we plan to do this year.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so I'd like to invite and introduce Miss Crystal Watkins. She is the treasurer for 2022. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning. So share with us your why. Why did you join Women's Council of Realtors, your experience, and whatever else you'd like to share with us?
Um, I joined because, like everyone else, when you came and asked us, I had already observed kind of your professionalism and the way you operate within the business community, the real estate community. And I'm a novice realtor under 3 years, so I needed to have that experience and be able to increase my networking capability. And so my why is just also to serve, and that would be my one word, service. In all
Yeah.
things that we do, we should be able to give some type of service to whomever we're dealing with, whether it's among us on the board or the other networks that we collaborate with. And I just thought it would be really good for me to participate and help in any way I can, but that it would also help me.
You are definitely a server. And because of your previous job, and I think you still dabble in it, being a nurse, you have a heart of compassion and
Mhm.
service. So that is an excellent one word for you. And it really speaks to the type of person that you are. When we're together, she makes sure that we eat
Mhm.
because if you know us, when we come together, we're just working. We don't even think about eating. She's the one that's looking out for us when we're trying to pull things together. So I appreciate you for that. So I want to share a little bit more about the Women's Council of Realtors. So the mission of the Women's Council of Realtors is we are a network of successful realtors advancing women as business leaders in the industries and in the communities we serve. So every one of you guys have spoken to that mission. We talked about community, we talked about service, we talked about advancing our leadership skills, advancing as business owners. So that's a really, really great benefit to joining Women's Council of Realtors. For me, I would say that I was introduced to Women's Council of Realtors by Sonia Vasquez. She is no longer with us, but she was the first person that introduced me to Women's Council of Realtors. And when she told me about Women's Council of Realtors, it was like, you need to be a part of it. And like Tina said, and like Ty said, when women that you admire and you see something in them, when they tell you you need to be somewhere, you just show up. You just be obedient and you show up. And I am so glad that I was obedient because I've had the opportunity to meet some phenomenal women that I may or may not have ever had the opportunity to meet, just depending on the circles that we run in. So I am very grateful to Sonia who introduced me to the Women's Council of Realtors. However, after joining the Women's Council of Realtors, I started running into all these other ladies who I've seen in the community. And it's like, oh, you're a part of this? I didn't realize it. So Tina was one of them. She was already a part of Women's Council of Realtors when I became a part of it. So I just felt like I was in the right place. You know, everything that I saw was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to be a part of this. And then our current president, Miss Missy Starlings, was the one that basically invited me to be her president-elect. So normally the way that this whole thing happens is that there is an election that would take place where I would be elected into the position. I was not elected into the position, however, I was appointed into the position. And I do not by any means take that by chance. I don't take it for granted. I know that I have a purpose and a place in this network. And, my promise to the ladies that I'm serving alongside of our community is to be the best that I can possibly be. And I know that I can do that because I have great and supportive women behind me and around me that will continue to help to lift us all up. So I am just over the moon excited about what 2022 has to offer for us. So our theme for 2022 for Southwest Dallas County, and this will be the first time unveiling our theme. We haven't really talked about it publicly, but the theme for 2022 is coming together as a team where you are the real MVP. So we are super excited about that theme. We're excited about the upcoming officers installation that will happen in November 17th. I mentioned that date earlier. And that theme for the installation is a locker room. So we are excited to invite any of the members who were members before and they want to come back, people who have never heard about Women's Council of Realtors. We invite you to attend our events and the things that we have to offer so that you can be a part of this amazing network. One of the misconceptions about the network is that it's only for women because it's Women's Council of Realtors. That's not true. This organization is open to men as well. So if there are any gents out there that want to be a part of it, please feel free to join us. One of the top 5 reasons to join Women's Council would be the top referral network. Tynequa spoke about her opportunity to receive referrals through the network. Number 2, it's the business leadership training, which is key. We're always looking for opportunities to learn. Crystal spoke about that, about the ability to network, collaborate, and just understand how to get out there as a new agent. Where do you start? So this is a great opportunity. Number 3 is our numbers tell it all. So the stats and the history of Women's Council of Realtor just speaks for itself. We talked about number 4, which is connections and camaraderie. And if you can't tell it here, us ladies, we get together and we have so much fun. And then the 5th reason to join Women's Council of Realtors would be the opportunity for the member benefits program to have access to all of the discounts that are offered through the Women's Council of Realtors. So ladies, is there anything else that we want to talk about, that we want to highlight while we have the ear of the public and our listeners? Feel free to jump in, anybody. Don't be shy. Well,
I just want, I
I
would
just would
encourage
like to
others
say, I mean,
to
if we haven't
look
already
into
said
it
it
and
enough.
join.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, can you hear me?
I
I
can
would
hear
just
you.
encourage others to look into it and join or review the website so they could see all the advantages and value that they could get by joining, and just participate with us in this upcoming year because it's going to be really, really fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. Does anybody else have anything to add?
I would suggest to take a risk and don't let whatever that your actual life is, if it's busy, if you're a part-time agent, if you're a full-time agent, whatever that's going on, don't let that stop you from taking the chance for to expand and go to higher heights. That's was something that I had to do because, like I said in the beginning, it was brought to me and I denied it like multiple times.
All right,
And
Peter.
everything, but I finally said yes. And every time I say yes, it's always greater than what I imagine that it'll be. So I will encourage everyone, just going off of what Crystal said too, go on the website, just go on there and just look and try to find out about different networks. You have the opportunity to look up different networks to see who's a part of every network on the governing board level. You also have opportunity to see upcoming conferences and just, the different educational and community efforts that they have, and just see, if it's for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tara, do you have anything else to add?
I just piggybacking off of what Crystal and Tanika are saying, just to take that risk and to tap in and see um, where you can be beneficial to the network or what you may be able to get out of it. It may definitely be worth looking into.
Absolutely. I agree with each and every one of you ladies. I think a lot of times when we are brought an idea or something that we should get into, I think our natural inclination is to say no, because that's our brain protecting us, right? It's like, no, you don't want to get into that. You don't know anything about that. But like Ty said, it every time I've ever said yes to something that I wasn't sure about, it was just so beneficial and so rewarding. And it's like, oh my God, why? If I would have said no, I would not be in the place that I am today. So I just thank Missy for seeing something in me to even ask me to be the president-elect for her for this year, because that takes insight from a leader to be able to see, okay, you know what? I want this person on my team, and here's why. So I appreciate her for her insight, and all of her contributions for this year that has laid a foundation and paved the way for us to do even better things within the network for the upcoming year. So I'm truly excited about that, and I'm just looking forward to all the great things that are going to happen, all the great things that are coming. To join Women's Council of Realtors, the link is there in the scroll below, but you can always go to learn more about the organization by going to wcr.org, and that will give you a list of everything. It'll take you into the history, the benefits, anything you want to know. Of course, you can reach out to any of us ladies if you have any questions or any insight on becoming a member or even becoming a strategic partner, because we have some really great things planned for our strategic partners as well. Again, I believe that we are going to wrap up here. If there's anything or anybody needs, you feel free to reach out to, like I said, any of the ladies. I can be reached on most of the social media platforms. You can reach me by going to Chit Chat with Char. Ladies, do you want to go around? We'll start with Tynequa, Tara, and then Crystal. Just share your contact information so that people can connect with you individually should they choose to.
Yes. My Facebook profile is actually my name. And then my Instagram profile is Taniqua Miller Realtor. And my contact information, my phone number for you to contact me is 817-353-8309. My email address is my name, Taniqua dot Miller at well, no, I could do the other one. It's tdmiller2757 at gmail.com.
Got it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Tara?
Yes, so the best way to contact me is probably going to be by phone or email. I do have a website, www.livingdallasfortworth.com. My telephone number is not 972-275-6410. And then I can be reached via email at Tara, Tara Sells, SELLS, DFW at gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you. Crystal?
Yes, my telephone number is 972-333-7302. On all social media platforms, I'm at Luxury Home Lady, LUXURY, Home Lady all together. And my email is ladyluxury TX as in Texas at gmail.com.
Beautiful. Tina, is Tina still on with us?
No, she's not here anymore.
Okay, that's okay. All right. So Tina, you can find Title Tina. Just type in Title Tina on any social media platform, and you're gonna find you'll see her. The same with Miss Capri Trevillian. If you type in Capri Trevillian or Trevillian Real Estate, you can find her. And then again with me, you can find me on most of the social media platforms with my name. You can also find me with Chit Chat with Char. Please reach out to us if you have any questions or anything that you would like to find out about the Women's Council of Realtors. It's been our pleasure to talk to you about the Women's Council of Realtors. And as you can see, we are all very passionate about our role and what we have been tasked and challenged with to do within the Women's Council of Realtors. Thank you so much for tuning in to Chit Chat with Char on today. I want to thank all of my sponsors. None of this would be possible without the sponsorship opportunities. And then I want to thank Mr. Linden with The Difference, who made this all possible. So thank you guys for joining us on today. Thank you for being a part of our community. And again, our mission here with Chit Chat with Char is to connect, collaborate, and cultivate. Until next time, we'll see you later. Thank you.
Hi.
Bye.